देख रहे हैं प्रोग्राम ब्रेकिंग खबर यूसुफ के साथ अमेरिका से, जिसमें पाकिस्तान के नामवर कॉलम्स नगार, दानिश्वर, कानून साज और सहाफत की बड़ी बड़ी शख्सियात शामिल हैं, जो कि पाकिस्तान की मौजूदा सूरत हाल पर गहरी नजर रखते हैं और आपके सवालात के जवाबात के साथ साथ अपना तज्जिया पेश करते हैं।
नहमदुहु व नसल्ली अला रसूलिल करीम व अम्मा बाद बिस्मिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम। मुअज़्ज़ज़ ख़वातीन व हज़रात, आज का प्रोग्राम जो है बहुत ही एक स्पेशल प्रोग्राम है। ये हमने बांग्लादेश और पाकिस्तान के जो तल्लुकात हैं उनके बारे में जो एक कोशिश है उसके बारे में ये प्रोग्राम हम कर रहे हैं। आज हमारे साथ बांग्लादेश से हमारे मेहमान भी होंगे। हमारे साथ होंगी महफूजा जास्मीन जो है इज ए स्पेशल कॉरेस्पोंडेंट एंड फोकल पॉइंट ऑफिसर फॉर प्राइम मिनिस्टर 10 स्पेशल इनिशिएटिव एट बांग्लादेश। ये BSS जो मीडिया सेंटर है उनके लिए काम करती हैं। She is involved into like a children's program, also like a genocide, all kind of these things. And we definitely, when she comes, we ask her, I mean, if she can introduce herself there. So let's invite first to Mahfouza. Hi, Mahfouza, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Then लॉस एंजलिस से हमारे साथ हैं जनाब डॉक्टर शकील राय साहब हैं, और बांग्लादेश से हमारे साथ हमारे दोस्त जो हैं, आज ट्रांसलेशन का भी वो बंगाली में करेंगे, इसके बारे में वो हमारे साथ मोहम्मद असदुल रहमान हैं, और स्वीडन से हमारे साथ मौजूद है जनाब जस्टिस आसफ शहकार साहब। तो प्रोग्राम का आगाज करते हैं, और अब पहला क्वेश्चन जो है महफूजा की जानब लेके जाते हैं। Mahfouza, Asad, if you can translate for us too for her, because she likes to speak in Bengal. So first question is that there is a difference of perceptions between Pakistan and Bangladesh. What was a war of liberation for Bangladesh? Was a sensational moment avoided by a foreign powers. This sort of difference exists between many countries in the world. Such difference has not stopped them from forging bond of friendship. My question is that how our two countries can move forward to forge a friendship. Can you translate for her in Bangla?
It's all right. I understood your question, and
okay.
I am answering in Bangla. আসলে 1971 সালে বাংলাদেশের যে মুক্তিযুদ্ধ হয়েছিল সেটি কোনো বিচ্ছিন্নতাবাদী আন্দোলন বলে আমি মনে করি না, বা সেটি কোনো বিচ্ছিন্নতাবাদী আন্দোলন ছিল না, এবং বাংলাদেশ কোনো বিদেশি মদদেও সেই যুদ্ধ করেনি বা করতে বাধ্য হয়নি। এটি হতে পারে যে পাকিস্তান যখন বাংলাদেশের বিরুদ্ধে যুদ্ধটা শুরু করেছিল তার পিছনে বিদেশি মদদ থাকতে পারে, এবং তার অনেকগুলো প্রমাণও কিন্তু আমাদের কাছে আছে। Should I stop here?
Yes. Better Mr. Asad should translate what you have said.
Asad, can you open your mic, please? Your mic is off.
Yes, okay. Thank you. Mrs. Jasmine is the word saying that the Liberation War happened in 1971 is not a separate war. It's between is for Bangladeshis people the language, the Bangla language, and is not a only for the just a war like is economical or not other, is for the language of Bangladeshi people, not a separate liberation war for the people of the Pakistan or the other country.
Dr. Shakil, how you would take this one, though, the same question?
But this is known. The language issue was very fundamental for the people of East Pakistan then and now Bangladesh. And on West Pakistan side, did not realize it that at that time, but after last so many years, there has been a debate in Pakistan, and almost everybody agrees that it was a mistake on the part of the government to try to impose one language. But by 1956, we had accepted two languages, that Bangla and Urdu will be the two national languages. But unfortunately, the 1956 constitution was not allowed to function. Military government came in, and then we were back to the square one. So that's what it is. So the language issues is settled in history. It is settled. This was a genuine aspiration of the people of East Pakistan and now Bangladesh, and the people in West Pakistan, or the government, whosoever they were not very receptive to those ideas. So
Justice Asif Shehkar, the same questions, what you would say that?
So I would say like that the whole Pakistan movement was monopolized from UP. Most of the gentlemen and the women who were active in the Pakistan movement, they were from UP. So in that way, they tried to monopolize the whole movement through the language. And then there was a misconception that the two countries, they need some one language, which was very, very wrong, because the reality is that there are many countries in the world where they have several languages, like Belgium, Finland, Switzerland, but they don't impose any language. And what they they try to do it, that they try to impose Urdu as a some sort of what can I speak language, and to suppress the people. So that was the mistake, and I think I salute to the Bengali people that they fought for their right, and they won, and they recognized their identity, and I salute for that.
All right, let's move
So,
on to next
and
question.
and the next thing is, Dr. Saab, that we are repeating the same mistake again and again in Pakistan. Now they are treating another language in Pakistan the way they try to treat Bengali in 47 and after 47, and that is Punjabi, because they don't recognize Punjabi as a language, and they don't give the Punjabi language the rights to that the Punjabi language has. So they are not learning from the history, Dr. Saab. They are doing the same thing what they have done before, and that's so sad.
No, Justice, what you mean by that? The Punjabi language, they should put a national language, a Punjabi language, as a. That's what you're trying to say, that.
Look, if you follow the democratic rules, then the national language should be Punjabi, because that majority of the people, they speak Punjabi. The same thing was before 71, that Bengali should have been the national language instead of Urdu, which was not recognized. But now they are doing the same thing with Punjabi, and
Well,
Punjabi
here
is
in
the
United
biggest
States,
language.
I mean, there is a majority of Spanish speaking peoples and also French peoples. Do you think in United States the Constitution allow the United States is national language should be English? Of course not. They don't have no language, and language should not
No.
be any issue for that. That if the
Yeah.
majority people say, how we can connect it the peoples, language means that. I mean, if the
Yeah.
English language can connect it to internationally, so mostly people speak English language. So that should
Yeah.
not be matter, and it should not be considered that if the Punjab is a majority of, I mean, the Punjabi speaking, and we have to impose Punjabi language on the national language. Okay, let's move on to
No.
next questions. Why do
Okay.
our bilateral relations fluctuated with the change of ruling party in Bangladesh? With the Awami League in power, the relationship loses its warmth. Why is it so? And what can be done to make our friendship free from the internal politics of each countries? Uh, Asad, can you translate to her, please?
I think
no need to translate me the
No, she
question.
understands
I
English.
can
It's fine.
understand. Yes.
Okay,
I
go
can
ahead. Go
understand.
ahead.
Yes.
And I would like to say in 1971,
Right.
Awami League, Bangladesh Awami League was lead the war, and পাকিস্তান যখন বাংলাদেশের সাথে যুদ্ধ শুরু করে বা আমরা যখন দেখি যে 65, 66, 68, 69, 70-এর আন্দোলনে পাকিস্তান বাংলাদেশের সাথে যে আচরণ করেছে তৎকালীন পূর্ব পাকিস্তানের সাথে, সেই সময়টাতে বাংলাদেশের রাজনীতিতে আওয়ামী লীগ পুরোটা জুড়ে ছিল এবং নেতৃত্ব দিয়েছে। যে কারণে পাকিস্তানের কাছে মনে হতেই পারে যে বাংলাদেশ আওয়ামী লীগ পাকিস্তানের সাথে সহজ নয়, এবং 1975 যদি না ঘটতো এবং বাংলাদেশ যদি স্বাধীনতা যুদ্ধের পরে সমভাবে এগিয়ে যেতে পারতো তাহলেও হয়তো এই সংকটগুলো আরো কম হতো। কিন্তু যখনই অন্য দল ক্ষমতায় আসে, বাংলাদেশে দুটো দল মূলত আগাগোড়া পরপর ক্ষমতায় এসেছে, একটি হচ্ছে বিএনপি আর একটি হচ্ছে আওয়ামী লীগ, এবং তার মাঝে মাঝে যারা এসেছে জাতীয় পার্টি বা যেটা হচ্ছে আর্মি রুল, সেই সময়গুলোতে পাকিস্তান মনে করতে পারে যে বিএনপি অ্যালায়েন্স করছে কাদের সাথে, তারা অ্যালায়েন্স করছে 71 পারপেট্রেটরের সাথে।
Let Mr. Asad translate, otherwise we will forget what you have said. So please, Asad, translate what she said in Bangla.
Okay, sure. In 1971, Awami League is the front leader to lead the liberation war.
Yes.
That is a leading as a leading party. They are ruling
Well, there's some noise coming in the broadcast. What is the noise? Oh, it's gone. Okay, sorry. Yes, Asad,
Okay.
please.
And 1971, the Awami League is a leading party to in liberation war, and the BNP is later on in 1975. There is not happen. So Pakistan will think that Awami League is anti like anti-friendship of the Pakistan, and BNP should support the Pakistan the alliance. So it's not a right thing, because I think from the Pakistan is not a proposal to continue the friendship to the is when Awami League is in like the leading party or in government.
That's what you would say, though.
Now, has Mahfouza finished, or she has to say something more?
I think she's done with that question. Yes.
Okay, now that is the question. That's why historically that's fine. When we say that Awami League was leading the movement in Bangladesh, and we in Pakistan we do have this perception that Awami League is not favorably inclined to Pakistan, and while other parties, BNP, and they are favorably inclined to Pakistan, and also because those two governments had military background. So they get along better with the Pakistan's ruling elite, because whether it's General Osmani or whether it was the president who led the liberation war from Chittagong, and so they were from military. So that is fine. But what we are trying to get is that how we get over it. These are facts.
Right.
We know that. These are facts, and the statements coming from Bangladesh have not been very helpful, and Pakistan has been very warm to the BNP and other parties, but not so warm to the Awami League. Same is, and particularly I think it's because the Prime Minister Hasina Wajid has suffered a lot at the hands of the people who killed her father and father of the nation. So that's very sad, and we can understand that. But the question is how we overcome this. That is the question. The background is clear. That we can understand that.
Right. Just open your mic, please.
Yes, let me jump in the discussion. First of all, this is a very good initiative through your USA television channel that we are coming closer through a dialogues. Before there was a curtain, iron curtain between us, and there was a hatred and lots of misconception and disinformation was ruling both nations, Bangladeshi and Pakistani. So what I will suggest that first of all we should come closer to know the reality. Reality. I mean, I should know the reality through Mahfooza then and government level or the official level, because that represents something different. So first of all, we should get the true information, what happened, what was done in all these years. That's what I suggest, that should be the first step before we proceed further. Kodaksa, what do you think?
Jay, I would also like to add that if we go through the diaries of Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, no, he does not show that kind of bitterness which we see in Pakistan, Bangladesh later on. In 1974, Sheikh Saab visited Pakistan as Prime Minister of Bangladesh, and he was given a state. He was treated as a state guest and guard of honor and everything. He was treated there, and in his diaries also, and in his speeches also, which he made in West Pakistan, he made in Dhaka also. He did say that we are willing to forget and forgive, and Bengalis know how to forgive. These are his words. Bengalis know how to forgive.
Right.
And so, if we follow the words and of the father of the nation of Bangladesh, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, and who was a fighter for Pakistan movement, but later on he was disillusioned.
Yes.
And his diaries are. I read them recently. Actually, I was little surprised because he shows no bitterness, no anger against West Pakistan or against the people of West Pakistan. He's very objective. He what he says is very objective, and he's very clear in his words. And so I would like to say that the people of Bangladesh and Pakistan start from where Sheikh Mujibur Rahman left.
Right.
Yes.
Let's move on to next question to Mahfooza. Mahfooza, Bangladesh demanded an apology from Pakistan for the excesses it's committed against East Pakistan. What stopped Pakistan from offering such a sincere apology, especially so when we all admit that East Pakistan was treated unfairly by West Pakistan, both politically and economically?
Yeah.
থ্যাংক ইউ ফর দ্য কোশ্চেন। আমি যেটি বলতে চাই সেটি হচ্ছে যে আমরা পাকিস্তানের মানুষ এবং সরকার, বাংলাদেশের মানুষ এবং পৃথিবীর মানুষ জানে যে পাকিস্তান এবং পূর্ব পাকিস্তান, পশ্চিম পাকিস্তানের মধ্যে কি হয়েছিল এবং আজকের বাংলাদেশ এবং আজকের পাকিস্তানের মধ্যে সম্পর্কটি কোন পর্যায়ে আছে। কিন্তু ক্ষমা চাওয়ার ব্যাপারে পাকিস্তানের যে অনিচ্ছা কিংবা অনাগ্রহ কিংবা হতে পারে যে সেটি এক ধরনের কি বলবো যে এক ধরনের আলস্য আছে, সেটার পেছনে আমার কাছে একটি কারণই মনে হয় যে এখনো পাকিস্তানের সরকার এবং জনগণ বাংলাদেশের সাথে যে আচরণ করেছিল তার জন্য যথাযথ অনুতপ্ত নয়। এখানে একটি বিষয় বলা দরকার যে দেশের মানুষ শুধুমাত্র ধর্মীয় কারণে আরেকটি জাতিকে ঘৃণা করা শেখায়, সেই দেশের মানুষকে আসলে এত বড় একটি অপরাধের জন্য অনুতপ্ত হয়েছে যথাযথভাবে? যদি হতো তাহলে ক্ষমা চাওয়ার জন্য 52 বছর অপেক্ষা করতে হতো না। আমি একটু বড় হচ্ছে, কিন্তু আরেকটি বিষয় আমি বলতে চাই, একেবারে ইসলামের দৃষ্টিকোণ থেকেও যদি দেখা যায়, ক্ষমা চাওয়াটা কিন্তু ইসলামে একটি বড় বিষয় হিসেবে দেখা হয় যে আমি অপরাধ করেছি, আমি ক্ষমা চাইব। তো যে পাকিস্তান ইসলাম ধর্মের নামে যুদ্ধ করেছিল সেই পাকিস্তান আজ ইসলাম ধর্মের নামে ক্ষমা চাইতে পারছে না, সেটি তাদের দুর্বলতা। এটি কিন্তু বাংলাদেশ সরকারের অনিচ্ছার বিষয় না, এটি পাকিস্তান সরকারের ইচ্ছা অনিচ্ছার বিষয়। ধন্যবাদ।
জি আসাদ।
Yes. So, Mr. Mahfouz is saying that in 1971, the people of the Pakistan and the government Pakistan is not feel sorry for the liberation war is happened and what the tremendous mm, like is a what the evolution and the people are died in 71 is they are not feel sorry not yet, and they are not supposed to be sorry for that, and they are not even they are not trying to anything. So after government is changing, the people not knowing the true thing. And when the thing is the Bangladesh government is not like saying that you are feel sorry, but they are not anything happened to the Pakistan government or the people. And the Islam, and in Islam people are this is a great thing for the your mercy to the people or the anything, but in Islam, within Islam, not the for saying Islam is the Pakistan people are not thinking that like.
Dr. Shakil, do you think that does it really matter if Pakistan offer or doesn't offer such an apology? The Vietnam War and the committed by the US forces are well documented. The US has fallen short of offering a formal apology. President Obama came closest in 2016 when he was just acknowledging the suffering and sacrifice on all sides of that conflict with reference to the Laos. I mean, for that, what you would say is it really matter for that to be apologized for that to Pakistan
Well,
as
this is for the government and the people of Bangladesh to decide whether they want to insist on a formal apology or something like that. But on the part of Pakistan, we have offered whatever can be substituted for a formal apology. Mr. Bhutto went there soon after Sheikh Saab's visit, and he did not offer say apology, but the words to that extent. And then General Musharraf, he went there, and
2002, yes.
General Musharraf went there, and he said that he regrets whatever happened during that time. He offered his regrets, and there is a collective sense of unfairness and injustice done to the people of East Pakistan. Then there's a government or whether it's otherwise. But at the same time, we should not be held hostage to semantics of apology or not apology. There is a sense of regret in Pakistan, whether it's the government or in general public or history books or newspapers, where everybody admits that it was wrong on the part of Pakistan to do what they did. And so, whatever excesses were committed, that's also well documented, as you have said it. My thing is, as you very rightly said, that many countries in the world have gone beyond that.
Right.
When Laos was bombed by America during the Vietnam War, a lot of atrocities was committed, and there was a strong demand for America should apologize and all this. And but there has not been a formal apology because it has some diplomatic and legal implications. That's the thing, because if you're given writing apologies and all this, so countries tend to move forward. America has moved forward. American investments in Vietnam and in Laos, they are enormous. They need Vietnam and Laos as a friend, at least on their side when it comes to China. So Pakistan and Bangladesh should move forward, and there is a regret on the side of Pakistan. It has been written, and there is a very famous poem by Faiz Ahmad Faiz when he went to Dhaka with Mr. Bhutto, and on his return, he wrote a beautiful poem on return from Dhaka, and I wish I could translate that. And in that he said, and he was a
डॉक्टर
leftist.
साहब अगर उर्दू में है तो उर्दू में सुना दे, कोई बात नहीं.
He was a leftist, and he was part of the communist movement, and he had friends,
Yeah.
very close friends in Bangladesh, progressive friends in Bangladesh. When he went there, many of them refused to talk to him.
Hmm.
Many of them refused to talk to him, and he felt slighted, and he regretted that that he was not treated well, but he did not protest. And I can read it for you here, and I wish I could translate it also. And he said, on return from Dhaka, हम के ठहरे अजनबी इतनी मदारातों के बाद फिर बनेंगे आशना कितनी मुलाकातों के बाद.
Wow.
We have become strangers after such a long friendship. When this friendship will be revived, I wonder. कब नजर में आएगी बेदाग सब्जे की बहार, खून के धब्बे धुलेंगे कितनी बरसातों के बाद.
वाह जी वाह, क्या बात.
When after all I'll be able to see, when I'll be able to see grass clear of all blood stains, I wonder. थे बहुत बेदर्द लम्हे खत्म दर्द इश्क के, थी बहुत बेमेहर सुबह मेहरबान रातों के बाद. The end of this love affair was extremely painful. The morning was hurtful after a long night of love and care. दिल तो चाहा पर शिकस्त दिल ने मोहलत ही न दी, कुछ गिले शिकवे भी कर लेते मुनाजातों के बाद. I craved to talk to them, but my broken heart did not let me lodge any complaint to the friends or make any amends for whatever has been done. इनसे जो कहने गए थे फैज जां सदका किए, इनसे जो कहने गए थे फैज जां सदका किए, अनकही ही रह गई वो बात सब बातों के बाद. अब I went there to say something to my friends. I went there to say something to my friends, but unfortunately, what I wanted to say could not be said, and I came back without saying a word. I'm sorry, it's a bad translation of very beautiful poetry, but translation is translation.
Well, we can understand now a little bit, but the Urdu jo samajhte hain, yakini taur pe they understand that. But let's move on to next one. Justice Asif Saab, as Dr. Shakil mentioned, Zulfikar Ali Bhutto's visit to Bangladesh, Dhaka. And also in 2002, President Musharraf, in his 2002 visit to Dhaka, expressed regret for the event of 1971 on behalf of Pakistan. This is more than Obama's acknowledging American excesses in Laos during the Vietnam War. My question is that shouldn't we move forward now?
Yes, we must move forward because we cannot live with the hatred. And okay, there were so many injustices committed in the past, but once we were together, we were one family, and sometimes it happened that the family fight, but then they try to sit down together again. So we should try also. We cannot live as enemies for a whole history. I can give my own example. I went to Dhaka in 2000. It was 12. I was given an award over there. Bengalis are wonderful people. They are so lovable people. I can't explain it. So let the love I shared, what I experienced, Dr. Saab, in Dhaka, let the Bengali people offer the same love to the other Pakistani people also, because what was done, all Pakistani or Punjabis are not responsible. They were misled, they were disinformed, and they were told a wrong thing. Let the Bengalis tell them that, hey, this happened, this happened, this happened, and they let them share it. And then the Bengali people should be so generous. Generous, they should offer love, the same type of love, Dr. Saab, as I experienced in Dhaka, and I have been longing all these years to get that experience again. So why not Mahfooza and Asad can offer the same type of love which I experienced over there? Let's forget that. Let's go forward. Let's go
We
forward.
should go move forward to that. Let's move on to our next question to Mahfooza. Mahfooza, how Bangladesh is keeping a balance in their relationship with China and India?
This is a diplomatic strategy of Bangladesh. So I think we should not discuss on this issue in this platform. I think.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Well, that's fair enough. Dr. Shakil Saab, we should not discuss on this platform.
No, it's a foreign policy question. It's academic question. We are not talking of any internal politics of Bangladesh. It's an international question. This question is discussed in every paper, every research paper, every newspaper article where Bangladesh foreign policy is discussed. And this is a requirement for Bangladesh to keep a delicate balance
Right.
between two big neighbors. China is not on the border, but still it's a big power, so they are a neighbor. So they have investments in Bangladesh, and India has investments. India has interest, and India surrounds Bangladesh from
Dr.
all
Shakil,
sides.
is
So
India a factor in Bangladesh-Pakistan relationship?
yeah, not directly, not directly. Actually, the real thing is not India, not China. The real thing is economics. Because Pakistan, Bangladesh economies are not big enough to have a good trade relationship. Then
Right.
the distance is also is a factor. If Pakistan there is import from Bangladesh to Pakistan, and there is from Pakistan sends a lot of stuff, and a lot of Pakistanis, quite a few Pakistanis have moved to Bangladesh as foreign investors. So that is there. If economies become complementary, if economic interests become strong, then these things can move forward. Right now, I don't think it's politics. I don't think it's diplomacy. I don't think it's India. It's China. What the real thing is, it's the economic interest and economic compatibility or lack of compatibility, I would say. If Bangladesh, the biggest export is in clothes, but Pakistan manufactures cotton yarn mostly, and quite a bit of it is exported to Bangladesh. But Pakistan cannot import clothes from Bangladesh because Pakistan doesn't need it. Similarly, Bangladesh cannot import things from Pakistan beyond a limited capacity. Pakistan produces rice or cotton, or we are in fact importing cotton this year because of the flood. So that I think is the main factor, economic lack of economic compatibility or economic dependence. So and this is the issue, economic cooperation, economic age, and if we can explore those some joint ventures, some better import-export opportunities, investments from Bangladesh to Pakistan. What Pakistan can learn is the management. Bangladesh has shown a lot of entrepreneurship in managing good industry for export-oriented industry. Pakistan still lacks export-oriented industry, and that Bangladesh can lead or can guide Pakistan on that. And
Dr.
so,
I agree. I agree with you, and I said lots of time in this program, in Punjabi program, and even in Urdu program, that let the Bangladesh lead us, because they solve lots of problems which we are facing right now, and they have the solution. Why not to request to Bangladesh, like flood we have? Bangladesh has also the same problem, but they have they have solved this problem. And there is not only this flood problem, even lots of other problems which Pakistan is facing right now. Bangladesh had such a problem before also, but they solved. So why not? Why not? There should be some sort of initiative that they should come closer and try to help each other. And among other things, they can have a very good trade relationship. As you said, that Bangladesh doesn't need things from Pakistan and Pakistan doesn't need. That's not true. Both countries needs things from each other.
That's
So
true, though.
why?
Mahfouza, let's move on to,
Yeah,
and the question goes to you. That Bangladesh was born in 1971 with the zero foreign
yeah,
exchange reserve and poverty at 82%. Today, Bangladesh is vibrant economy. Dispute the pandemic
yeah,
induced slowdown and its approach to IMF for help. How did this turn
yeah.
around come to be? Uh, could you open? Yes.
Yes, yeah. এটা সম্ভব হয়েছে আমাদের দেশের বর্তমান যিনি প্রধানমন্ত্রী শেখ হাসিনা, তার দূরদর্শী এবং দৃঢ় নেতৃত্বের কারণে। তিনি দুটো বিষয় একসাথে করেছেন। একটি হলো তিনি খুব চমৎকার একটি পরিকল্পনা করেছেন সারা বিশ্বের সাথে তাল মিলিয়ে বাংলাদেশকে এগিয়ে নিয়ে যাওয়ার জন্য। আরেকটি বিষয় হলো আমাদের যে সম্পদ আছে সেই সম্পদকে সঠিকভাবে কাজে লাগানোর জন্য। সেটি হলো যে আমাদের যে প্রাকৃতিক সম্পদ আছে এবং আমাদের যে মানব সম্পদ আছে। আমরা জানি যে বাংলাদেশ হচ্ছে একটি ওভার পপুলেটেড কান্ট্রি, কিন্তু সেই পপুলেশনকেই বাংলাদেশ কাজে লাগিয়েছে বাংলাদেশের উন্নয়নের জন্য। এখানে আরেকটি বিষয় বলা দরকার যে এই দেশে যে 18 কোটি মানুষ, প্রায় 18 কোটি মানুষ, তারা কিন্তু এই সরকারে আস্থা রেখেছে। আস্থা রেখে সরকারের পরিকল্পনাকে বাস্তবায়নের জন্য তারা কাজ করেছে। এবং আজকের এই বাংলাদেশ আমরা যে উন্নয়নের জায়গায় আছি, এটি আমাদের হচ্ছে পিছিয়ে যেতে যেতে ঘুরে দাঁড়ানো একটি অবস্থা। কারণ হলো 1975 সালে যখন বঙ্গবন্ধুকে তার পরিবার সহ হত্যা করা হয়, একই সময়ে বাংলাদেশের জাতীয় 4 নেতা এবং মেধাবী যে নেতৃত্ব ছিল তাদেরকে হত্যা করা হয়। সেই হত্যাকাণ্ড না হলে এতদিনে বাংলাদেশ একটি সমৃদ্ধ বাংলাদেশ হিসেবে পৃথিবীর বুকে মাথা উঁচু করে দাঁড়াতো। কাজে এটি হচ্ছে যে আমাদের নেতা প্রধানমন্ত্রী শেখ হাসিনার ডায়নামিক নেতৃত্ব এবং জনগণের আস্থার কারণে আজকে আমরা এই জায়গায় দাঁড়িয়েছি।
Yes, sir.
Yes. It's a great. Is a Bangladesh is doing a great for only for our government, the main government of the Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. She is doing a great thing with his brilliant leadership, and he's just using the population and our main, which is the asset, which she is utilizing is a good way. That's why we as the is a developing country to the moving to the 2025, we are moving to the developed country is a vision. And 2040 is a vision for the Prime Minister is taking, and our youth, the leadership, and who is a freelancer, and the other thing is she's just leading is a good way. And the IMF is you are saying the IMF is doing, and she's also our reservoir and the other things, and utilizing the all things in such a great with her great leadership.
Dr. Sahab, if you want to add into that.
No, that's she has explained because what Bangladesh has done is they have much less defense expenses. That's one. They have controlled their population. In 1971, Bangladesh, East Pakistan, now Bangladesh, was 56% of the population, and West Pakistan was 44, and total population was about 100 million. Today, West Pakistan is 220 million plus. and Bangladesh is much less. So Bangladesh population has gone down comparatively. Pakistan population has exploded. So that's another factor. Second is the Pakistan's
the borders to on the west side, Afghanistan and India, Pakistan has those.
Then the second thing, next, what happened was that Pakistan became so-called quote-unquote frontline state against terrorism,
Right.
And we fought American-sponsored war in Afghanistan. So that unfortunately led to a rise of terrorism and gun culture in Pakistan. So that has created a problem. Still, it is a problem in Pakistan. So
Right.
these are some of the problems which Bangladesh has not faced. And also they have, Bangladesh has reduced religious fanaticism quite a bit in West Pakistan, in today's Pakistan. We have not been able to do that effectively. And so these are some of the factors. So these are known. There's nothing secret about it.
Just as Shekhar, you want to add something into that?
I really appreciate what Mahfouza said, and Dr. Saab has explained very good. So I again say that there is a problem in both countries, and that's a lack of information. All these things which you are talking right now, most of Pakistanis and Punjabis, they don't know yet. That they don't know yet. So there should be a sort of a campaign of information, and then we should proceed further and help. And then Pakistan must accept that Bangladesh has gone forward, and Pakistan should not hesitate to ask Bangladesh to get the help from Bangladesh, and through their experience, knowledge, and skill. That's what I want.
Let's move on to next questions to Mahfouza. Mahfouza, can you hear me?
Yes, I can
Okay.
hear her. Yes.
Let's move on to next one. It is claimed by Pakistani and some independent sources that Dhaka University had been turned into a military training academy by General Usmani to fight against the Pakistan army. How would you respond to that?
Excuse me, I could not understand your question.
Okay, my question is that, do you understand, Asad, the question?
Yes.
Can you translate
Can you
it
repeat?
to- Right.
Can you repeat again?
It is claimed by Pakistani and some independent sources that Dhaka University had been turned into a military training academy by General Usmani to fight against the Pakistan army. How would she answer to that, response to that? In her opinion.
ঢাকা ইউনিভার্সিটিকে মিলিটারি একাডেমি হিসেবে করা হয়েছিল। জেনারেল ওসমানী এটা মানে পাকিস্তানিরা বলছে জেনারেল ওসমানী তখন করেছিলেন ঢাকা ইউনিভার্সিটিকে মিলিটারি ক্যাম্প হিসেবে পাকিস্তানিদের বিরুদ্ধে আর কি করার জন্য যুদ্ধের সময়। সেইটার বিষয়ে আপনার অপিনিয়ন কি?
আমি আসলে এখনো প্রশ্নটা বুঝি নাই। I could not understand your question, even also in Bangla interpretation. Mr. Asif, could you please explain the question?
Should I explain the question to you, what Mr. Khawar said?
That she went.
Yeah, yeah. I would like to hear again. Yeah.
Let's bring the Dr. Shakil inside and let's get his answer, so maybe she can follow that what exactly I'm trying to ask. That's a
well, I think we can move beyond this question. The question is of controversy, historical controversy. It's not relevant really today, because at that time there was a lot of news and a lot of propaganda, I would say, that Dhaka University was attacked by Pakistan army, and a lot of professors and intellectuals were killed, and number goes into hundreds, and students were killed, and women students were raped. So there was a lot of exaggeration to that, and Dhaka University at that time was closed because of disturbance in the city, and emergency had been declared. There were hardly any students, and Colonel Usmani, who was later general, Colonel Usmani had some people there who was being trained, and there were some professors who was living on the campus. They came in crossfires, and some of them were killed. So I think we should not get into that, and we can move forward.
Yeah.
Those are things which we can discuss, and there is controversy on that. But what is clear is that the number given initially was highly exaggerated, and Pakistan saying nothing happened, that is also not correct.
Okay, let's move on to the next one. Go to the Mahfouza. Mahfouza, the Supreme Court of Bangladesh, in its decision, granted equal rights of citizen to the Biharis, but their reports they still doesn't have the right to own the property they have been living on for decades. Now they are providing with the alternative housing with the property rights. Would you like to comment on the current status of the Biharis?
Sorry, I don't want to comment on this issue. I have to know more about the situation, because I don't know the real situation and I did not read it earlier, so that I don't like to comment on this.
That's fine. That's fine. Let's move on to next one. The same questions, Dr. What we have to do with the Biharis? There's thousands and thousands there. Is Pakistan can offer some things to settle them down and give them status to the Pakistani citizens, bring them to Pakistan? What's going on with those peoples?
Well, that is after this decision by Bangladesh Supreme Court, not a settled issue. They are citizens of Bangladesh, and they are citizens of Bangladesh. They are Bangladesh's responsibility. That initially issue was there, but Pakistan obviously could not bring all of them here, and some of them were brought here, but obviously all of them could not be brought here, and there was because they sided with the Pakistan Army and with Pakistan at that time. So there was some resentment against them, but now it has been more than 50 years. Things are over. The nations have changed. So they are the people of Bangladesh. They are citizens of Bangladesh. They have all the rights, and these are small things which they can decide. Bangladesh can decide on.
What their living standards are there?
Yeah, but no, that it's not for me. It's not for Pakistan to tell Bangladesh how to treat their people. Because but those people. Because the thing is, because these people initially after the war, their people came under attack. A lot of them were killed because they sided with the Pakistan, and they had this Ashams and Al Badr, and since they were not under any command, so they also committed atrocities. So when Pakistan army surrendered, then these people came under attack, some justified, some not justified, and street justice were carried on them. So they were moved to safe places, not in their own homes. So they were moved there. They lived there for a long time. Then Bangladesh Supreme Court decided that these people are citizens of Bangladesh and they should be given the rights. So because they were moved to a place which was temporary for them, but they lived there for a long time. Now they demand that we should be given right to ownership. It's not for me. It's not for Pakistan. It's not for anyone else to decide or to say what government of Bangladesh or the state of Bangladesh should do. It's for them to decide, and we have no.
Is Bangladesh government? Do you think that still denies their rights?
No, Bangladesh government does not deny. It's a legal thing. It's a legal thing because they were provided a temporary accommodation.
Right.
They were provided temporary accommodation.
Protection.
For their protection.
When you say that temporary accommodations in the shelter and all those things, this kind of
that kind of thing, they were provided that so that they are safe. And now, after so many years, the Supreme Court has decided, has given its verdict that they are the citizen of Bangladesh and they can settle whatever they have right to vote. They have all rights any citizen of Bangladesh has. So they have equal rights, and they can struggle for their rights, and inshallah they'll be able to get their rights.
We hope so.
Minorities these minorities in every state have issues. We have issues in Pakistan with the minority provinces, ethnic minorities, religious minorities. In America, there's a very vocal minority. There's a black minority, African American minority. There's a Latin minority. There are Christian and Jewish minorities. So they all keep struggling. They express their voices, and they are heard. So if democracy survives, if democracy moves forward, then these issues can also be solved, and this should not be a problem between Pakistan and Bangladesh or for any country. This is an internal matter of Bangladesh, and they should be able to decide.
Just as
I totally agree. I totally agree with you, Dr. Saab. You said the right thing. It's not our problem. It's the problem of Bangladesh. It's their internal problem and internal matter, and we should not interfere in that. And they should solve that. And I am sure that they will give, and they are giving the equal right to Biharis, and the Bihari will get in future the equal right as a Bangladeshi over there, and I'm quite sure about that. And I agree with you,
we hope
Dr.
so
Shakil
too.
Saab.
We hope so
Okay.
too. Just as Shekar, what do you think? What would we should the both government, both sides, or even government levels, or the people side should take the positive step to enhance the relationship between two countries?
There are two things. One is from the government sides that they should be more positive and forgiving. And that's one thing. The other thing, which I think is more important, that is that the people of Pakistan and people of Bangladesh, they should come closer and they should know things more and more. Because right now, it's still, there is a lots of disinformation, which is, I guess, in both countries about each other. I mean, what happened in 71, in most of the Pakistanis, they read the books of the generals and other people who are over there, but they still don't know the other side of the picture that the Pakistani people must know also, and the people of the Bangladesh, they must know also that the all Pakistanis are all Punjabis. They are not anti-Bangladeshi. They are not anti-Bangladesh. They love them, and they still feel sort of a love relation with them. So these things are important, and they should be highlighted. That's what I think so.
Do you think that the both countries should take steps for like a culture exchange, student visas exchange, in order to get to know each other, the peoples of Bangladesh and Pakistan? What do you think?
Yes, that's important because right now, when economies are not strongly linked between the two countries, cultural exchange is very important. And one thing is we should have the student exchange program.
Yes.
Students from Pakistan should be sponsored to go to Dhaka or other universities, and students from Bangladesh should come and study in Pakistan, in Lahore, Karachi, or wherever.
Yeah.
In good universities. Then we should also exchange. Bangladesh has very rich tradition of in music and film.
Yes.
And so
Yes.
we should
And then
films, Bangladeshi films should be shown on Bangladesh television. The program can be shown
Pakistan dramas are all those things.
yeah,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
Pakistan has produced recently some very good feature films. So that should be encouraged. They can have production, joint production in films and in drama also. So that should be encouraged. And news exchange. There should be an agreement between the two. Pakistan is the Associated Press of Pakistan and Bangladesh News Agency. They can have a news exchange program. So these things can be done without any problem, without any real cost. So I would suggest we should do that, and people of Bangladesh and government of Bangladesh and government of Pakistan should move forward for cultural exchange. That is one thing which can be done without much hassle, and it should be done.
That's right.
Yes,
Mehfooza,
I totally agree with you.
Mehfooza, same question, and what you would suggest that in order to having a good relationship between these two countries, what the step we should take, the government levels or the on the people side?
I'm totally agree with him, so that I don't have any new suggestion for the relationships, because I also think that the people of Bangladesh and Pakistan should be more closer with their cultural cultural and educational sharing, so that they could
We
have
also
the good
share the
relationship.
backgrounds. We are Muslims, and there was a one country, and basically, if you look at this one, so we can share a lot of things together, and we should move on is very positive directions instead of having a bitter, relationship or bitter, feelings about the peoples.
No,
So,
what I would say, like if Pakistan can suggest, and Bangladesh on reciprocal basis, if Pakistani students can write books, can write their
Yeah,
doctoral master thesis
hmm,
on Sheikh Mujibur Rahman,
right,
yes,
Mujibur Rahman, what he stood for, what he fought for, and what he achieved at the
yes,
end, things will become really, really clear. I would again go back to his diaries, which have been published, and they are available on internet also. So I would go back to his words. Remember, he, his struggle was against military rule.
hmm,
His struggle
yes,
was against the military rule. He represented. He was the chief election of representative of Madhura Fatma Jinnah in East Pakistan,
yes,
and he visited Pakistan. And his account, he came to Pakistan by road in the late 40s, soon after the creation of Pakistan. He came to Pakistan by road.
hmm.
At that time, there was no visa and no passport, so he came from there. That account is really fascinating. He was a young man, and Sohrawardi
yes,
suggested that he should go to Pakistan, and there was no air link, there was no ships were going, so
Hmm.
he went through India to came to Lahore, and he lived there for several days, and that's a long story. He narrates all that. So that I would suggest we should do academic work on Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, and similarly, Bangladesh should encourage academic studies on Pakistan and the collective heritage. I'm saying academic studies, not propaganda stuff of the Ministry
No
of
problem.
Information of
Yeah, that's true.
Pakistan, the Ministry of Information of Bangladesh, or any diplomatic stuff. It should be on objective studies, and I'm sure that if we study objectively the history of Bangladesh, his leadership, Hussain Shaheed Sohrawardi and the Sher Bengal, Maulvi A.K. Fazlul Haq.
Yeah,
These people played a very important role in the Pakistan movement, and
Pakistan. Yes.
afterward also, and then they were disillusioned. So these things should be studied academically, and that will go a long way in making things clearer. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much for our. Yes.
I want to say one thing more.
Yes.
There is another important thing which I want to mention. That
Hmm.
is that the people of Bangladesh and the people of Pakistan, they should visit each other, and this sort of fear that all Bengalis, they will fear their life in Pakistan if they visit here, and it should go away if
Hmm.
Mahfooza will come to Lahore and Asad will come to Lahore and visit and meet people over there. And
That's right.
I can give you an example of a gentleman. His name is Shahriyar Kabir. He's a filmmaker. He has been several times in Pakistan. He never experienced any danger, any hatred from the people of Pakistan.
No, no, no,
Okay,
no. Yes.
he never experienced that. He
Yes.
received all type of love over there, and he still keep on visiting Pakistan, and he enjoy there. So more people like Shahryar Kabir should come to Pakistan and meet people personally. They should not go on the newspapers or media or the government line. They should experience themselves. And then another thing, they should marry with each other, because the Bengalis and the Pakistanis, when they are living in Europe, they are marrying with each other. Why not? Why not in Pakistan and Bangladesh? They should start the same thing, that a Punjabi girl married to some Bengali, which they have done it already. I know something. So there should be such thing also, not only this academic thing which Dr. Sam mentioned, but on the public level. Public level.
But at the
Mahfouza should
public
come to
level,
Lahore.
at the public level, there is from person. I'm living here in California. The closest friend of my younger daughter is a daughter of a Bengali citizen.
No, I have a lot
Yeah.
of good friends here.
They're very
We
very
share
close.
everything. We have a
Yeah.
family visit and
Yeah.
all.
So her mother, she was here. She was very close to us. We were living very close to each other. Now she has moved to Florida, and she remains in touch with my wife. And
well, I'm sure your contract will
Yeah.
soon or something
so
like that. Yes.
we and I
Yeah.
whatever whatever time I served as a in embassy in Ankara and then in
Yeah.
Cairo. In Ankara, we had Pakistan Embassy School, where we were charging international fee to all the students who were non-Pakistanis, and Pakistani students were paying very small nominal fee, and students from Bangladesh were paying the same fee which Pakistani students were paying.
Right.
And I remember in a meeting, one of our officers, he raised this question that we are losing a lot of money by offering this almost free education to this Bangladeshi kids. Ambassador said, don't forget, till recently they were Pakistanis.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
true.
So we should not.
So
we should not.
let me.
So I was in.
I agree with you.
I was in Cairo, and Cairo we had similar things. In school, Bengali students were not charged international fee, and we were very close friends. And with Bangladesh embassy, we had very good working relationship. So that's not a thing. I don't see that as an issue.
I think
okay.
it's crucial for, culture exchange and all those things. Relationship will get better though. I thank you very much for.
I would like, Khawar Sahab, I would like to convey one thing to Mr. Asad and to Mahfouza, that I invite them to Pakistan. They should visit here, and I'll be their host, and I can assure them that they will get so much love over here, they never thought about that. So it's an open invitation to them.
I hope
they can come to
accept
Lahore,
the invitation, though,
and they can come to Harappa and stay with me.
Stay with them.
So you are welcome, Mr. Asad, and Mahfouza also.
Thank you very much
for inviting.
We ended up this program, and we have one segment. Our this program that we have final thoughts, 30 seconds. So I'm going to start with Mahfouza, 30 seconds, final thoughts, ma'am.
Can you,
Asad? Can you translate?
No, we can't hear you, Asad.
Open your mic, please. Your mic is off.
Okay. এই প্রোগ্রাম সম্পর্কে আপনার শেষ মতামত 30 সেকেন্ডের মধ্যে।
Any message?
Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. I think this program is very fruitful to make a good relationship with Bangladesh and Pakistan, and also it's a way to convey your message to the people. But I think we should involve more people to the program who are the diplomat, politician, freedom fighters from both sides, from
We'll try.
Pakistan and Bangladesh.
Yes.
Thank
Yes.
you very much.
Asad, thank you very much. You've been so kind and nice, a good translator, and
Yeah.
thank you very much for your help. And you have a sort of 30-second if you want to say a final message or your final thoughts.
Yes, I am thanking all of you for inviting and just getting opportunity for joining this program. And it's just started for the Pakistan and Bangladesh, just a good relationship. And I think so. This is not a only the program is not a way of things to a relationship and friendship for Pakistan and Bangladesh people. It should be a program, open program, and open platform for all
For all,
for
though.
sharing the
And
thoughts.
everyone is invited. Just let us know. I mean, if you want to
Yeah.
participate in this program, just let us know and you be there. And we will do it more often. 30-second, just as Shahkar, final thoughts, sir.
Yeah. Khawar, I would like to congratulate you for this successful program. It's a very good initiative. Very good initiative. So I remember in 71, there was a gentleman in Pakistan. His name was Masood Khadar Posh. He was a very big intellectual. He put on the Lahore's wall, Rutte Pai Banao Te Taka Jao. So that's what you
Translate
have done also.
for Mahfouza. Translate.
Haji Rutte Pai Banao Te Taka Jao.
Okay.
So that's my message, that they should come to Lahore and we should go to Dhaka.
Sir, Dr. Sahab, 30 seconds, sir. Final thoughts.
Yeah, Kausab, thank you and congratulations to you for this
Thank you,
initiative. It's a very good program, and I'm very happy to hear the things what we heard from Mahfouza Baby as the representative from the embassy of Bangladesh here, and Mr. Asad, the young man, has done a wonderful job in translating things and facilitating our interaction. So thank you everybody, and we hope this program has some role in improving things between the two brotherly countries. Thank you very much, and I'm very happy to conclude the program with these words. Khuda Hafiz.
Khuda Hafiz. Thank you very much for all participants, and especially Mahfouza and Asad and Justice Shahkar and Dr. Shakil. And we will do it this one more often. And it was a very wonderful discussion. We hope this program will help to build up a good relationship between two brother countries. Take care of yourself, and we will see you very soon. And Allah Hafiz or Pakistan, Paindabad.
And